come to you by bus and we can watch Netflix. See this amazing segue? Because yes, Netflix now. Thank you.
Wow. Look at that segue.
Thank you.
You have a way with words.
Thank you so much.
Crazy, yeah.
Thank
So
you. I appreciate it.
I'm back on the Netflix grind.
Yes.
I'm no longer the one paying, so there's a different family member that decided to take this burden on him.
Take the hit.
And he better keep it for a couple of years. So again, I'm talking to you. You better not disconnect it.
My sister.
I have 5 to 6 years worth of Netflix I I need you to pay back. That's all
my
I'm
sister,
saying.
thank you for letting me use your account. I appreciate it.
I mean, she didn't give you the password, which is whack, so we had to wait.
No, she just I love it because like she trusts me to have the account, but she doesn't give me the password. She'll log it in for me.
Loki, that's a smart move.
You know?
Loki, that's a smart move.
Because you know what would happen? I would give it to you. See, so she knows. She's like, this is for you, no one else.
Yeah, shout out to all the Netflix account holders. You can relate to that. When you get that email, somebody new, you're like, who the fuck lives there?
But you know what's
Do I know
funny?
somebody that owns an iPhone 7?
Because I have because my brother, when my brother moved out, I took his old room, and my brother had a TV in there.
Yeah.
And the Netflix account that's connected to his TV is like from like 2 girlfriends ago, like years. When I say years, because I think I should go more debut secondaire. I don't know. In my head, I was like, does she just not care? Like, I'm so curious because it's been connected. I clearly use it. Like, je sais pas. I feel like I would notice someone using my account. So where is this? Where is this show? Because sometimes I watch, they say that I'll go into like one account. I just use the same one, even though it's random.
Mm-hmm.
And then let's say they watch a lot of dramas. And I would put like a Korean drama. So now it's all Korean stuff. So for sure, it's like they don't question what's happening with like their feed. But they don't say anything. She come.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have Netflix in my room now. I got 2 accounts.
I think that was my pet peeve when I would say like when I had an account and people were like watching on my feed. It's like nah, bro.
Nah.
Don't kill my feed.
But you can lock it. You can lock it now with a fixed account. You can lock with your own password so that only you can access that.
It's not that deep.
You disrespect
It's not that deep. It's not that deep. I remember the thing that was the most fun thing to do when you were like the account holder. It's like when you would log in and there's like you would get like there's too many people. The fun thing is like disconnect all devices.
Okay, I'm paying for this.
Yeah. No, so I remember sometimes I would be so pissed. I would be so petty. I would disconnect and change the password. And then I'd get like text message. Yo, ça va? Yo, ça va, man? T'as changé de mot de passe ou quoi?
I was going to come over, but I can't with the password. So yeah, Netflix.
Now you see how everybody wants to talk to you. Once you change your Netflix account, now everybody wants to text you.
Yo,
how you doing? Yo, it's been a long time. Yo, you good? Like, you good?
I'm going to come like fidgeting.
By the
like,
way,
you the What's the account?
Yeah.
But yeah, so now you're back. Have you watched any of the Netflix? Have you watched anything?
Yeah, I watched a couple of movies. I watched
Fall.
What?
Did you watch Fall? It's a
Fall?
movie. No? Okay, never mind.
What is that?
Watch it later.
I've never heard of
watch
that
it later.
movie. We could watch it later. I watched Everything is Good on the Western Front. It's a war movie.
It was like
what? It's like it's an OG movie. I think that one of the first, like it was like it's like a remake. The original came like
I don't know. I can't find anything.
Yeah, well, Everything is Good on the Western Front. Yeah, there you go. Okay. So it's a German movie about like the war. Cool. Yeah, but it's like a remake of. If you click on it, you'll see it's a remake of an old movie, and it's just a war movie, and it just showcases how like. Basically, it's a story about a young kid, and he's like super happy to go to the front and go fight for his country.
Is it World War One?
Huh?
Is it World War? Okay,
exactly.
Yeah. Good idea. Was happy as like it's World War One, bro.
Yeah.
Okay. The Zin was like.
I mean, that was before social media. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like that was like when you got your news, reading the newspaper, if you knew how to read. You know.
Fair enough.
And basically, it's just revolves around him being super excited to go to war, but then realizing what it's actually like being in war, and especially like back then, like. One thing that I was watching, I was like, it makes no sense because, you know, like warfare, like the strategies of it, like got better and better throughout history. Like in the beginning, like it was just, we send 1,000 people and they just find you 1,000.
Maybe we send a bit less.
Exactly.
And we send by pieces.
Or we just do something different.
Oh,
so the whole point was like, they would build trenches. You know what a trench is?
Yeah, no. You don't dig on Sue and I don't know what's a trench.
So like there would be like one trench here would be like the German side and the French side. And then they would exchange roles of like you trying to get their trench. So it's basically you're just like
running, infiltrate.
Yeah, but like the other people would be waiting for you with like machine guns and they would shoot you. That's how they would fight. It was like each wave would be like sending people,
but like sacrifices in a sense because they know they're getting hit. They're getting hit.
So I was watching. I was like, what was the strategy?
It kind of sounds like the kamikaze, genre. You know what's a
yeah?
I mean, you're kind of like gonna be the sacrifice.
Yeah, ish. So I was like, I don't understand the strategy. I was like, I wish I could be back in that time, not for the word, but just like to speak to one general and be like, so expect to be the logic, like of this move of just having your people run towards gunfire. Anyways, but basically the movie just revolves about how the kid realizes that war is not that fun, and basically it's like a group of friends that went there and slowly each and one of them, spoiler alert, passes away. And it's well done. The story is nice. So I watched that. I watched Last Chance U, the latest basketball.
That came out a long time ago. I thought there's a basketball and a football version.
Yeah.
I never watched it, but I know it's like, again, kids, I guess they're on the verge of like graduating, I guess.
Yeah. So it's mostly they follow like, because basically they're like your college basketball players or football players. And basically when you go from college, it's kind of like your way or is it, I think it's either high school going to college or from college to like the NFL or whatever. And basically it's not like the most prestigious schools. It's like schools
underfunded or
it's like kind of the schools are under the radar to give kids that are like they have really good talent, but for whatever reason they couldn't get the scholarships in college, either because of their grades or some of them just always getting in trouble. So people don't want to take a risk on somebody that's a liability. So it kind of follows the story of these kids that are chasing their dream, but some of them are just like kind of shooting themselves in the foot. And it's kind of interesting to see because you always get a perspective of like, you know, when you watch sport, you see the perspective of the stars, the people that actually made it. But to see the perspective where it's like the people who had talent and could actually do something, but for some reason, just either, you know, their situation's fucked up or like...
there's so many circumstances, right? It could be like, I don't know, you said they've always struggled with school, so you fuck it, I don't care anymore. Because it's like, go to the next level.
Exactly. Like some kids are like, just like, they're homeless, you know what I'm saying? Like they're sleeping in the parking lots, you know? And you just see their like, their struggles of them, like, because it's, most of the time it's like their last year before they can go. So they're like, you kind of see the desperation in these people where they're like, some of them actually get that realization where it's like, this is the end. Like, you're not gonna make it. So it's like it's an interesting dynamic because you don't always see that side of the story, but I find it pretty interesting.
Isn't it kind of sad? Because to the kids, I feel like the saddest thing would be like, so you're a kid, you're 17, you're about to go to the NFL, and you don't make it, and then I feel like for some reason, for sure, some people must live for the rest of their lives thinking like, oh, I could have been that, but it didn't work. I don't know.
No, 100%. But what's interesting is that there's a lot of like. You see, because it doesn't only just show you like the sports side of it, though it also follows like when they go into class and you see some teachers are actually
care,
they care and they're trying to tell them like, this is not everything in your life, like you can develop other traits and could be a different future for you than just this, you know?
It doesn't end here at 17.
Exactly,
you know, there's gonna be c'est vrai. For sure, like, no, for sure, it's good to show kids that they can do different things. We're not all meant to do one simple. We don't all have like one direct course. But for sure, if that's like what you've been working for, you know, since you were like younger, and then that, you know, just because of something, you know, as you know, grades, for example, and you never had the support to get better, it must really hurt, honestly.
No, for sure.
Did you watch all the seasons, or are you just gonna watch the first season?
No, I watched I think it was like season 2 of the basketball that came out like not too long ago. And I watched maybe like the first episode, then I passed out.
You watched it and then you passed out again.
Yeah. And that pretty much it. And then there was like a tennis thing.
You're just watching sports things? Not sports, but like...
What was the first thing that came on my feed? And I was interested, but it was like...
Wait, I want to read Netflix tennis.
I think it was like match point or something like that. Or breaking point.
A breaking point. Break point.
Yeah.
It's okay. I don't know what it's about, but what is it? But what is it about?
Tennis.
Okay.
I only watched one episode. I was just talking about like, what's his name? Nick. Kyrgios. My apologies for mispronouncing it.
That sounds like Mediterranean.
He's like a
Greek? No.
Australian or like.
Okay, I'm off.
Yeah, he's like Australian, but obviously, I mean, tu sais qui lui?
No.
C'est un gars de Montréal. C'est
cool.
Aliassim. OG Aliassim, something like that.
Okay, cool for him. Cool. Félix OG Aliassim.
There we go.
Cool. Good for them.
Yeah, and there's an episode about him, but I didn't get a chance to watch it just yet.
You passed out with your fat ass.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, I only started watching it yesterday.
Okay,
I mean, I don't watch
all this.
I mean, I watched one movie.
Oh, okay.
That's pretty much it. So I don't know. So now I'm looking for like some ideas.
I have the best suggestions, though. Although you don't, you know, I was because I was hearing my friends.
You're like a 20% hitting average on your suggestions.
But it's still the 20% that hits. It hits. And even how my friends yesterday, she come, you know what? My partner hasn't given me the aux coordinates in the next 6 months. And I was like, no, I'm serious. He will not give it to me. He said I lost my chances.
Were you given the aux cord at the party?
Yes. And everyone liked it.
Cap.
Your
friends are just being nice. There's
at the party, no. I thought you meant like the Christmas Eve. That was good. I had good choices. And you gave it to me on Christmas.
Yeah, I gave you
Christmas present.
Yeah. For like 20 minutes.
Yeah, I think I have some good. I think my taste is an acquired. I think it's an acquired taste. That's it. Thank you very much. But I can suggest you some shows. Mm-hmm. We watched 2 years ago Alice in Borderland season 1.
Yeah.
I think we never really, for some reason
I never finished it.
I never really got into it. You know, I never really finished it. Season 2 came out like 2 weeks ago.
The trailer seemed way better, way more intriguing than what it was.
There's something, because the thing is, like, for sure they're adapting from they're adapting from a anime for sure. Anime and more like a manga, right? So it's just anything that's animated and you have to adapt in live action. There's so many things that you can't do in real life, or it will cost you way too much. In season 1, I don't know, for some reason j'ai pas pogné avec season 1. I don't know why, like, you know, we just stopped watching. And season 2 came out, so I decided to pick back up from where I left off like a year or two ago. And it's crazy. Season 2 is so much more, I think for to me, it's so much more like engaging. And the ending is really surprising. Because I remember the plot of the show is basically these people are in Tokyo. I guess they're like main area of the city of Tokyo. And then they kind of have like, you know, this like fireworks going off. And next thing you know, the main character's going to wake up and they're like in this dystopian version of Tokyo. And then in that world, they have to compete in games in order to survive to the next round. And I think the tricky thing about the show is like, so let's say you don't want to do the game because you don't want to risk dying, but each person has like a visa, and each visa has an expiration date. So per couple of days, you do have to pick a game. Otherwise, so if your visa expires, you're gonna get like shot from the skies by like a dart or something, like a laser, and you die. So it's either you die because of an expired visa, or you play the game and you try to live another day. So that's pretty much like the plot of it. But honestly, season 2 was really surprising. Yeah, honestly, like I would say the ending, I'm not gonna say anything, but I think it feels kind of poetic. I would say there was like something so.
Is that like the finale?
Yeah, finale. I think so. I don't know if they're gonna plan a season 3. Honestly, I feel like they should stop it there. But I like the second season. I like the ending. So I feel like you could pick up, because, you know,
maybe I'll give it a shot. You know, you never watched Squid Game, actually. You would like Squid Game. You never watched it. I started to watch it, and I don't know, for some reason I just couldn't get into it.
Mais c'est ça, des fois c'est comme, you have to get it first. No, it's not really horrible, it's kind of like,
I hate these type of shows. Yo, it's good after the first season. It's good after the first couple episodes. Bro, je m'en bats les couilles, man. J'ai pas le temps pour ça.
Okay.
If it's not good from the start, tu m'as perdu, c'est dead.
Yo, you're whack, bro. Squid Game is good. Why Squid Game? And then what's in my list that I put for you to watch?
Tell me You. I'm not watching You.
You never finished season. You didn't watch season 3 where you watched the first 2 seasons.
Mais c'est pas bon, man.
Yo, c'est tellement bon.
It didn't intrigue me. It's like, oh, he's cheating again, but there's gonna be another Wild Swords.
Yeah, and a new season is coming out in February.
Enough.
And now you know where he's at. Now Joe.
Enough.
Last season, Joe was a parent, you know, and he has his wife, Love. I'm not gonna say what happened to her. This season, now he's in London and he's a teacher, and he found a new girl.
Let me guess, she's dead.
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know.
Well, if I know what's his name,
Joe Goldberg or whatever he goes by.
If I know Joe Goldberg,
whatever
he murdered the bitch.
Well, that's the thing. I feel like any show. I think from when you watch so much TV, if you don't see the person shot in the head, for me, it's like they're not dead.
For you, even if, like, you know, when we watched the Top Boy, and the dude got shot in the face. Spoiler alert! I'm not gonna say who, but one of them got shot in the face. He's not dead. And she's like, "Well, maybe he's gonna come back." And he's as dead as possible. I think he's gonna
come back. I have hope,
bruv. He's dead, bruv. He got shot in the head, bruv.
I had a dream about him, bro.
He's dead, bruv.
Like, il va revenir, je te dis.
No, he's not in it.
So I want to bet. Let's
Radar bet. British accent. Please don't cancel us. Yes. This is not racist.
Bet.
What?
$10.
T'es déjà en mes dettes.
Why?
You have 15 days to get your license.
What?
Or we're going to a very fancy restaurant.
I didn't mention the year. I said by my birthday.
Yeah. Okay.
Of what year?
So what do you want to bet? I'm betting that he's whatever.
I'm betting he's alive. $10.
$10?
Yes.
Bet. Now
you
we
can
got
pay
proof.
me that in bread.